Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy DJ 3-Star here, and today we're finally going to do my 2.5 year review of my MacBook Air M2 2022. This is my baby right here. Today we were just going over how it's been over the past 2.5 years, how it's held up, how it performs under pressure, how it performs during my live streams, how it performs out in the field, all the pros and cons. We're going to go over battery life, and we're going to go over the specs of this machine. Alright, so let's get into it. So now let's go over the reason why I picked this machine. The reason why I picked this machine is because I felt like my old computer that I have was bulky. It was like a 2015 MacBook Pro i5, I think. And when that computer came out, we thought it was the thinnest thing, lightest thing. But over time, newer technology comes out, the laptops get thinner. And the reason why I chose this laptop is because I wanted a thinner, lighter laptop, and I also didn't want to spend the extra money on the Pro model at the time. I wanted to see what the M series can do without a fan, without a fan system inside of it. I didn't see much DJs using MacBook Air out in the field. And if I did see one, they weren't happy. And it was the old Intel one. So I was like, you know what? Let me grab one of these and do some content on it on my channel and do some reviews and pros and cons of the machine. And also the other reason why it's light. I throw it on my back sometimes. I forget it's there. It's very portable. It's a great traveling companion. It's great for browsing, DJing, light editing in Photoshop or video editing as well, which I don't really do, so I can't really speak on that. So I do light video here and there, light video editing here and there, like I'm doing right now, but besides the big projects, and I don't do none of that stuff. So those are the reasons why I chose this machine, because it was light, portable, it didn't have a fan, and yeah, that's the reason why I chose it. So now let's talk about performance. Right off the bat, as you can see from my old video, if you go back to my old video, the first thing I noticed is that when I open the laptop, first it opens up really quickly because of the M series chip. As soon as I opened that thing just bing and went off and just went right into what it needed to do. There was no waiting for that loading screen. It just came right up. Another thing is when I opened my Serato, like I said, I had an old 2015 MacBook Pro, and I have a large library over like 15,000 songs. And when I opened up Serato, it took at least, I'm not gonna over exaggerate, probably like 5 minutes for it to open up completely, like fully open up. And with this machine is that once I opened up Serato, it took less than a minute and a half. And I was impressed by that. And the next thing that I noticed is that when I plugged in, let's say, a DJ controller on my old laptop, the fan would automatically click in and it would get really hot, not even loading a song or anything. And at the time, everybody was just starting to get into stems, and I was like, hey, maybe I should. I was using stems on that old laptop, and it was garbage. It didn't really work. It got really hot. The fan kicked in every time, so I had to like pre-load the stems. Like in Serato, you can throw it in a folder and analyze it for stems before you plug in your DJ controller, so it wouldn't use that much CPU power. But with this one now, once I plugged it in, everything populated properly, everything plugged in, everything worked, and then I didn't have to analyze my tracks for stems anymore because I could do it on the fly on this without any. And also, what I noticed as far as performance is that when I had an Intel computer, there's like a meter inside Serato right here, where it just shows you the CPU usage. On my old Intel, right to 50% to 35% to 45%, it would jump right to it right away. On this one, it stays at 25% or lower. So at the time when I first got it, I was amazed by that. I was super happy that I didn't have to deal with my computer overheating, hearing those loud noises of the fan kicking in, and it get really hot. So as far as performance, the M2 or the M series that I've been working with are amazing. I would never go back to an Intel. Let's talk about battery life. I could get through a whole gig on 100% battery without recharging it, but I did notice is that when you don't have it plugged in, you tend to have some dropouts, but it's very far in between in Serato. But I suggest keeping it plugged in. But if you don't like plugging your laptop in and you're DJing, like I've gone to a club where I played an hour and a half set, and I was fine. When I left there, I was at like 78%. No, more say 80% before I left. So yeah, the battery life is amazing. And as far as performance, I wouldn't go back to Intel or any other processor at this time. I love this thing. How it's built? Typical MacBook, man. It holds up pretty well. Only thing is that I wouldn't suggest getting this color. This like this space gray color. Got the actual name of the actual color of it. I'll put it down in the description. It does chip up around the port area, which is not too bad. But I keep a case on mine. Usually I have like a case. I just ordered one at the time. I usually have it like a see-through like dark case that goes over this. But as far as build quality, it's built like a MacBook. It's gonna hold up. Only thing is that this color is not the best. I would go either the regular silver or any other color at that point. Limitations, there are some. I wouldn't say there aren't any limitations with this laptop, but there are. Having Serato opened and having multiple apps opened wouldn't be the best thing to do. I would only have Serato open and one other app open, like Safari, or if I need to do something else while I'm DJing, which is far in between. One time I opened up 3 apps and it was like no good. It started dropping out, but it wasn't dropping out badly, but it was just not good. I wouldn't suggest having multiple apps open while having Serato open. I would just only have Serato open while I'm DJing. As far as video editing, I know there's faster processors out there like the M2 Pro and the other higher up ones, or the ones that have fans built in that could sustain that power for much longer. I will go with that if you're doing like a whole bunch of editing, which I don't do. I don't do any Photoshop stuff or any heavy editing, a whole bunch of clips and stuff like that. I don't do that. So as far as just a DJing laptop, it's great. But if you're trying to do multiple things while DJing or do graphic intense stuff, like as far as video editing or coding and stuff like that, I would go with the Pro at that point. But besides that, it's just as a DJing laptop, best thing. I do suggest